go, son.
Now Herbert to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far.
Here we go.
The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken from just outside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. That punt returned 69 yards. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them. Galvanize themselves and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Sets up first down and goal.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Jags, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown Bears. Chase Claypool, 76 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 out the gate early.
What, 88 out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, no, they got the touchdown. It's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Go, let's go.
They go play action with Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Lawrence on third down. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Going for it, here's Etienne. Fights loose. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Lawrence now going to move them around. Now an option play on second down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, coach. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Bears 7.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it on to them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The throw over the middle, taken in. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Play action. It's Lawrence. His throw incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Lawrence. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Fields changing the play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, 63 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country or any speed limits out there. And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. And we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice nice little jab and get things going in their direction.
That good for 19 and a first down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On play action, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 46 yards. And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On play action, Fields. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
On second and a long way to go. Fields, open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off play action, Fields. Looking deep here for Mooney. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
Etienne will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Sometimes offense, if you get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy.